Hi, this is Jeanette, and welcome to the Bridge Within. I just finished a video, and I would like to now talk about these flowers that the neighbor gave me today. They really uplifted my spirit, and I'm so grateful. And she gave me some flowers that have really good memories attached to them. Isn't that funny how flowers can do that? So, right here's the snowball, and that reminds me of one of my closest friends. We lived in Actually, we both lived in the same neighborhood that our first homes were in, and um, we had children that were close in age, and I still talk to her daughters, even though Lori has passed away. And I remember I used to love to look at her yard, and I would see her snowball plant. I love the story behind it. In fact, her daughter just had a birthday, and she didn't seem to know about the story. I'm so glad I shared it with her. She just had a birthday, and I told her, I just saw a snowball plant and I thought of you. Then I told her the story of how her father had given her mother the snowball plant when she was born as a monument to the beautiful day and the beautiful gift that God had given them. And she seemed so grateful for that. And then I didn't even know snapdragons were out. These snapdragons. How many of you have played with snapdragons? You can pluck off the flower and then squeeze the sides, and it looks like the dragon's mouth. And it looks like the dragon's mouth is moving. You can make it talk and play with it and use it like kind of a finger puppet. When I used to go visit my grandmother in Wyoming, she used to grow snapdragons and we used to play with them. It's amazing how creative children become when they don't have a lot of toys to play with and when they're outdoors. I think it's wonderful when children are outdoors. Some of my best memories come from being outdoors. And then there's a peony right there. And that reminds me of a peony farm that used to be in Sequim, Washington. I really wish it was still there. It was beautiful. This woman had, I would say, over an acre of peonies, all sorts of peonies, and she would dig them up and dig up the bulbs and sell the peonies. And my daughter would take me there for Mother's Day, a couple, at least 2 or 3 times in a row. It was becoming a tradition. And then, unfortunately, something happened and the property sold. And the new owners just didn't want to continue the tradition of the peony farm. So it makes me think of my youngest daughter and the good times we had there and the good times we had in Sequim because there were other things to do there too. And the other flowers, like the lavender, also reminds me of Sequim and how my daughter and I used to go to Sequim during the Lavender Day festival. If you live around here, it is a nice place to go. Just go early in the morning because traffic starts to really back up if you go in the afternoon. And you go into the town of Sequim during that, I think it's July, during that time, and the whole town smells like lavender. There's so many lavender fields, and you travel to them, and some of them have music and celebrations, and some of them you can sit down and you can have a nice drink and a nice meal and listen to good music and enjoy the beautiful surroundings and smell the aroma of lavender. It's just really a nice festival. And as for the other flowers, they don't mean much to me yet, but maybe someday there will be something that will trigger memories for me when I see them. Maybe I'll just think of Sheila, my friend that gave them to me, and how grateful I am that I have finally found a good girlfriend here in where I live. I don't say where I live completely, but I'm on the peninsula, and I'm so grateful for my friend Sheila and the flowers she gave me. And we have decided to do something fun with this vase. This is the vase she's returning my vase, and I gave her lilacs in it. And now she's returned with these flowers, and we talked about it. And I think we are going to trade the vase back and forth, and we'll just fill it full of flowers that we have growing in our yard to share with each other and kind of brighten our day. It'll become a fun tradition. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting to know Sheila better. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye. I almost forgot. There's roses in here, and the roses remind me of my mother in law. And she had a love hate relationship with her rose garden. She had a lot of different varieties, and they were beautiful, but roses are tough, can be tough to grow here because it's rainy and they kind of get mildewy, but they do okay. If you know what you're doing or you get a hardier breed, they do well. And I will always think of her, my mother-in-law, and be so grateful that I knew her. She was a great mother-in-law to me, great grandmother to my children, and a great friend. She's one of the people I will really miss. I really miss. She passed away quite a while ago now. And she, when I think of her, she still warms my heart. And then also, I thought I saw another flower in here. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, I remember what I saw. Remember how I was talking about the snapdragon? How you could play with them with your children, see how it opens up and you can make them like talk and stuff, with a child's imagination. They can be fun, for a bored child. Anyways, that does remind me of my childhood. And I want to thank you for listening. And I hope you have a wonderful day.